Today on the channel, it's return of the Kyle Peterson Top 5. In today's video, we do a That's So Hard to Say Goodbye every once in a while on the channel. And today, we got 5 toy lines that are on the bubble of the next That's So Hard to Say Goodbye.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another edition of the Kyle Peterson Top 5, a Thursday tradition here on the channel. As every single Thursday, we do a Top 5 and occasionally Top 10 countdowns, and today we're back to the Top 5 variety, and today's video is something different we haven't done before. You guys seem to like it. A lot of people seem to enjoy it. I do have a continuing series over the last 5 years on the channel called That's So Hard to Say Goodbye. That's where something from my collection is leaving. I've made the decision. I'm out of a toy line, I'm out of a certain character, whatever it may be, what is leaving my collection, and that's what I do in those videos. But as I reorganize my collection, you can see I'm doing some moving and some shaking, moving things around. You guys don't even want to see the mess that I'm living in right now. But as I'm rearranging things, putting up new display cabinets, all kinds of different stuff, under construction, to put it better, to put it more mildly, I guess, even under construction. But 5 toy lines that I've been going through where I'm sitting here thinking, maybe it's time to say goodbye to these. Maybe it's because, hey, I could get a pretty good payday out of these if I cash out right now. Maybe I'm just not feeling it anymore, whatever it may be. And in today's video, we're going to start at number 5 as we usually do, work our way to number 1. Number 1 being the most likely to leave my collection. We got 5 different things we're going to talk about here, and maybe it'll make you reflect. And I'm sure you'll have some thoughts. Put them in the comments down below. And as usual, this is my list. Put your list in the comments. Don't say, Kyle, you need to get rid of all your WWE elites. I'm sure somebody will put that comment in there. Kudos to you, I guess. But these are 5 toy lines that, may not survive the next couple of years as more things come out. Sometimes some things have to go away. And these 5 may, unfortunately, succumb to that in a future video of That's So Hard to Say Goodbye. So without further ado, let's kick it off. Number 5. We begin That's So Hard to Say Goodbye on the bubble countdown at number 5. And number 5 may surprise some people here, as this is honestly one of my favorite toy lines going today, but I am a member of the Double Up Club. And I said to myself, do I really need to be a member of the Double Up Club? I kind of had a feeling this line was maybe going away. Maybe it only had another year left, but it seems to be carrying on into 2027 and beyond. With that, as an MOC collector, makes it a little challenging to try to find room to display all of this stuff. What are we talking about at number 5? Well, we're going to the Walmart exclusive line. We're going to WWE. We're going to WWE Mattel Superstars. I told you it's surprising. Now, this is the number 5 spot, so this is the least likely of the 5 that I'm going to get rid of them. But this is the WWE Superstars. I am a double up collector. I have a loose set of all of them. Double up even on some of the loose ones. But I also have an unpunched mint on card collection that is complete as of right now. Do I carry on with this one? I kind of thought there was usually, and we've seen this with Walmart in the past specifically, there's a nice bookend to a lot of these collections, but Monday Night Wars and the Superstars line seem to just go on and on and on and on, which isn't a bad thing. Fabulous figures, a lot of good looks, a lot of good character selection, a lot of fun around these. So I don't want it to go away, but I did assume, and we know what happens when we assume, Todd McFarlane, that they were going to go away sooner rather than later. I don't think that's the case anymore, which is great for us, but do I need to be a part of the Double Up Club anymore? I see all that wall space. I could put a nice bookshelf in there. I could do some other things, bring the room together a little bit more, whatever you might want to think and do. So there's always plans that you got with your collection, the ebbs and flows. And the Superstars line, not super likely, but possibly I may get rid of the whole set unpunched, and that's what comes in number 5. Next up at the number 4 selection is one of those nice little ancillary collections that I'm basically done with. There's a couple of variants I haven't picked up yet. Not sure if I even will pick those ones up. But for number 4, we're going to go to Storm Collectibles. Yes, Storm Collectibles, but not Mortal Kombat, not Street Fighter. We're going to Golden Axe. You guys remember Sega Golden Axe video game? A favorite video game of mine in my childhood. Always enjoyed that game, and I said it'd be cool to have representation of them, and I have one shelf in my collection that is just dedicated to Golden Axe. Do I need it anymore? I like it, I enjoy it, but it just feels kind of there. Obviously, I have a few things in my collection, probably just like you, where it's like moves and shakes around. You know, here's one shelf. Well, I need that now for Batman or whatever, so I can move that here. I'm going to put it over here. It's one of those dancing shelves that dance all over where you have a gap, and that's where Golden Axe sits for me. But I'm kind of saying, hey, I'm not collecting Golden Axe. There's no more real figures to get. Do I keep this? Part of me is like, yeah, it's just a small segment. But part of me is like, I have so many other bigger, larger collections. Maybe it's time to narrow the focus down even more, get rid of this small ancillary line, and move on from there and use it for some of the bigger collections that I have in my collection, of course. So on the bubble at number 4, a fun line, one we don't talk about a whole lot. I did review them on the channel, so check out the reviews if you want to hear about them. But we're talking Storm Collectibles Golden Axe at number 4. We've hit the halfway point of the countdown. You got your list together. Put it in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel for videos every single day. But between both channels, 4 videos every single day, plus Patreon, you name it. There's a lot going on at all times. But we got to wrap this video up. And here we are at number 3. Much like we talked about at number 5 of WWE Superstars, I am a min-on-card completionist of this toy line. What are we talking about? We're talking about WWE Mattel Retro Collection. Going back to 2015, whatever it was, when the Retros first came back on the market, to today, where they are ringside exclusives. I have all of them loose in my collection, but I also have all of them mint on card. Part of me is like, how deep is this going? When the Retros went away, we thought they were never coming back. All these other companies were making Retros. It was kind of a nice bookend collection. I got a wall. I'm looking right in front of it right now as we're doing this video. It's a nice complete collection, fit perfectly on the wall, is what it is. But now we're seemingly getting figures all the time, and what really confused me and put me over the edge on this line was you go to ringside with these 4 packs that are a little bit different, packaging style differences, and now a new packaging design, which is great. I love the new packaging design, but it doesn't have the Jakks Classic Superstars feel of maybe the original waves of retros. So now it's getting a little bit convoluted. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but it is getting a little bit overwhelming. And then I have a little bit of a space for them, and I'm running out of space. Then where does that go to? And let's be honest, there's so many retros now. It's just retros aren't what they once were. There's just too many of them coming at us. You literally could have a new retro figure every single day from all the different companies making retros. I do enjoy those ones, but I have them all loose, and I feel like maybe that's good enough for me here. As wall space becomes more valuable and the ebbs and flows of what you want to collect, just wondering if maybe the Mattel Retros may be on the cutting block in the future, and that's where they're coming in at number 3. Closer and closer to the top spot. We're at the number 2 selection, and number 2 selection is no stranger to That's So Hard to Say Goodbye. I think I've done maybe 2 videos already of That's So Hard to Say Goodbye. It's one of those collections that brings me in, and then I lose my love for it. I sell them, and then it brings me back in. I lose my love. I sell them. And are we back to that point here? I guess it'll be very interesting where we go back half 2026 and into 2027 to help me make that decision. And Todd from the couch, you're going to be a big part of this decision, so take some notes over there with your feet while you're here. But here we are at the number 2 spot. What are we talking about? We're talking about McFarlane Toys. We're talking about Mortal Kombat. And yes, just recently I've been unboxing Mortal Kombat on the channel. I still enjoy these figures. I just don't know how deep I want to go. It's a lot like the Golden Axe kind of discussion I had earlier in this video, but on a larger scale, as there's a lot more characters in Mortal Kombat, obviously. But Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2 is kind of my wheelhouse. I guess a little bit of 3, but after that, it gets a little crazy. Obviously, the movies play a part of all this stuff. I don't know if I'm just into the hype of little new Mortal Kombat figures coming out, want to run them through the paces, see what all the fuss is about. But I have always been up and down with Mortal Kombat. It feels like when figures are coming at you hard and fast, you're all into it. Then there gets to be those lulls and you start looking at your collection. Well, I could really use that shelf space for something else. Maybe I'm not feeling this anymore, whatever the reason may have. And Mortal Kombat always kind of dances around that one. And they're dangerously close here at the number 2 spot on That's So Hard to Say Goodbye. Possibility list for the future. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of characters. You pull out a Goro, you pull out a Shiva. Maybe we'll talk a little bit harder. We'll see where it ends up going. But Mortal Kombat McFarlane Toys coming in at number 2, which means there can only be one. What is the number 1 on the bubble collection for me currently right now? Well, stay tuned. Here we are, we're at the number one possibility of a That's So Hard to Say Goodbye, the one that's dangerously on the bubble right now, and I'm going to spill my reasons here in this very video, but once again, put your list in the comments down below, subscribe to the channel, follow me on social medias, check out Patreon, all that kind of fun stuff. But here we are at number one, and I think a lot of people have the ups and downs with this one here. I'm honestly shocked I didn't give up hope a year ago, year and a half ago, what is time, when Super 7 lost the license. What are we talking about? We're talking about The Simpsons. Man, oh man, The Simpsons. One of the wildest stories in action figure history. Somebody should do a documentary on Simpsons action figures. I'll never forget the story of the original Mattel Simpsons figures when I was a little kid, and my good buddy sniped me at the Ben Franklin's. Yeah, it's a story for an all-timer. I don't know if I can ever just relive that story or not. It was a heartbreaking day, but I missed out on those back in the day. I was so disgusted and so mad that he got those over me, played a fast one on me, that I said, you know what, I'm never collecting that line. So I never did, outside of touching his once upon a time. Then there was the World of Playmates Simpsons, which I had to admire from afar. Like a lot of toy lines, at that point in my life, I was working, I was in school, I didn't have the money. It is what it is. Can't collect it all, especially when you don't have any money. So I had to admire those from afar. And as the dust has settled right now, pretty much the best Simpsons line of all time. It is unfortunate. And you know me, if I went in, I'd have to be a completionist. So I better just not go in on that line. But then we moved over to Super 7, which really was a magical endeavor by the Super 7 Ultimates team. Love those ones. Now, we had some hot garbage. Looking at you, Devil Ned Flanders. Oh my gosh, what an all-timer of a disaster that was on the channel. But some amazing figures in a nice deluxe scale. Price point was obviously pretty hefty, but man, these were the best Simpsons figures ever, and I'm still saying that, still the best figures ever as a whole. Unfortunately, the water got cut off way too soon. They didn't even complete the family. That was just a big blunder on Super 7's part. I understand what they were trying to do, but they should have known their contracts better. They should have known their time. They should have framed it out way better than they did. Just one of those stories about one of the most mismanaged toy lines of all time, unfortunately. And I do understand the Disney license isn't very easy to deal with. So we lost Super 7. I kept them because I did enjoy those figures, still have them. Now we've moved over to Jakks, and kudos to Jakks making these affordable, making these out there at retail. But I said since day one, when I started seeing Series 1 as a peg warmer, I said this is going to affect the whole line. It's going to slow distribution, and it has destroyed distribution on this line. It has destroyed a lot of excitement on this line, especially for the casual fans. Now, the hardcore Simpson fans, they're into it. Obviously, they're going to be. But the ancillary fans like myself, that I love Simpsons, seen all the episodes, all that kind of stuff. Well, I haven't seen the last 2 seasons. I gotta get to it. I will. But I've been a Simpsons fan since I was a little kid. So it's really exciting for me, especially being a toy line, for me to be here. But man, the line has been challenging. Now, it's been kind of a nice ancillary collection, as we do see, but I'm not sure if there's going to be much of a future for this line, especially the larger sized ones, not talking the mini ones, the larger sized one. We're getting repaints, we're getting start and stop, we're getting long gaps in between waves. Makes you wonder if Jakks is going to be ending the Simpsons line, if that's going to end like Super 7 did. Just feels weird. Something weird's in the air. San Diego Comic-Con is going to be very telling on this line for the future. Really haven't got a whole lot of announcements. A king-size Homer, a couple of things here and there, some repaints possibly coming. Doesn't feel very valuable as a toy line to Jakks or Simpsons to Jakks, whichever way that goes. And it could be both ways there. But to me, it's like, how many starts and stops and different scales am I going to have just between these two lines? I look at the one shelf I have in the ancillary collection. While I like those figures, it's not my primary collecting focus. It's not my primary collecting fan base, I guess, out of all the properties I do collect. So this one is hardcore on the bubble right now. A guy like Bumblebee, man, I love the crazy wackiness of that character. I'll probably keep him. But a lot of the other stuff, it's like, do I need these? And I see what king-size Homer Super 7's going for. Maybe I should just cut bait and get some money out of that one. Cut and run. You guys know how that goes. I don't know. It's something I got to look deep in the mirror. I got to do one of those, just stare at myself and come to the decision here. But I'll tell you, right as we sit here today, The Simpsons is on the bubble as far as That's So Hard to Say Goodbye. I'd hate to do it, but it possibly may be a future video. So we'll wait and see what happens in the near future. But that is my top 5 on the bubbles. Leaving my collection, what could possibly get out the door? If anything does go, it's probably going to be one of these 5. So wait and see future That's So Hard to Say Goodbye videos. And you never know, there might be something else surprising coming in one of those videos in the future. But once again, would love to hear what is going to leave your collection possibly Put it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to both my YouTube channels. Check out Patreon. Check out YouTube channel memberships. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available where podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. So for That's So Hard to Say Goodbye, Possibility Top 5, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?